Grassroots Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified for our latest and greatest episodes, as well as make sure you get in tune and get down and sign up for our Discord, where we talk about everything from culture, hip-hop, gaming, stocks, and more. I am one of the hosts, Brandon Killabh Hall.
I am the regular Nas.
I am Wylson.
And we have guests today. Well, technically, for you guys that are listening to this, we crashed a studio today. We crashed an operation. So technically we're guests in someone else's establishment, but we have guests today. So first and foremost, we would like to welcome Parks Valley to the motherfucking stage.
Hola.
And yo, I've been trying to get this guy on the show. I've been begging Parks for years, trying to get this guy Passport Gift on the show. Stand up when you see him.
What's good?
How are you guys feeling? I want to first get into the fact that I'm jealous that you guys are established and set up. This is a real operation here. We're in the actual studio where they shoot all of their content, and it's beautiful, and I want to trash it because I'm angry about it. Because it just lets me know that me and my guys were poor. That's really what I got from coming here.
Man, you work hard enough, you start to get some shit, you know?
Now,
you get there.
look how he's talking to me. Wow. Parks James!
You changed, man.
Parks James! No, not Parks!
Not gonna lie to you.
Yo! Oh, man. All right, so how are you guys feeling? I'm really happy for you guys. That's all jokes, by the way, if you guys have been paying attention. I'm happy for you guys. This shit is crazy.
Thank you. I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah. Yes. So I want to start first really quickly. For the new audience, new listeners, Parks, I've worked with Parks for years. We've toured together. I've been on stages with Passport as well. I've known these gentlemen for quite some time. Mm-hmm. Their ascension is different. Like, seeing them move, seeing how they're putting out music, seeing how they're sticking to a particular sound, which I love. I want to talk about first how it started and then how it got here. How did you guys even meet? Because this is like, even though it makes sense, like now, you know what I mean? I know you guys, but how did it start?
You want to take it?
Well, yeah, I'll take it. We had a good friendship with Kino. You know Kino. Royce
Shout out to Kino.
And Royce and I, we did some work back in like 2006. So when Slaughterhouse got together, you know, they started recording at D&D and headquarters.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was like a fly on the wall as usual. I was good friends with Kino, and he just told my manager and I to pull up. And we met Parks. You know, Parks was engineering for Joe for years. So, you know, I eventually got Parks' contact, started recording my own, you know, mixtapes and songs here and there. Like, I didn't know Parks even made beats.
Yeah.
You know, so...
I didn't know Parks made beats.
So I'm coming there with my own beats, because I make beats, you know. So I'm coming there with my own concepts and everything. And he recorded me, and then, like, maybe a week later, he sent me a folder full of beats, and I was like, oh, shit is ill. He's not playing with me. So I was like, I got to step my shit up, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and we just been rocking ever since. So that was, like, 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, we'll talk to you, Parks. I really want to talk to Passport. Being honest. Just because, well, first and foremost...
I talk enough.
Yeah. So first and foremost, and again, for the listeners, we'll get into Parks. I know we have to catch up.
Right.
We've got some catching up to do, but it's really about Passport. So the one thing I wanted to talk about is I remember the first time seeing you perform. I believe... We met initially at SOBs.
Right.
And that's when Parks introduced me. He's like, yo, this is my artist. We're going to be working together. And then when the project came out, and I still have the text, we'll probably put it in B-roll for this episode, but I hit Parks and said, yo, that shit is fucking hard. I said, what are y'all doing over there? And ever since then, as I watched your ascension, as I watched you develop, I kept saying, yo, I have to have him on the show. Like, he's different. He's giving a different sound. Like, it's just authentic. Do you feel like you struggle with it now, having not struggle, let me say, but do you feel like it's more difficult being so authentic in your craft in a world where you're up against the cliche records, I guess? You know what I mean?
I feel at times, if I thought about it in a way where I had to stand out, it would be difficult.
Yeah.
But I feel so comfortable now more than ever. Like, I was quiet for so long. Like I said, I watched the whole Slaughterhouse thing.
Yeah.
I watched Royce a bit, you know, when he came home. And even the growth with other artists around, I'm like, man, like, I have some years behind me, you know, of just writing and just, you know, producing. So, you know, I didn't produce for any other artists or anything like that was known, but just writing and just, you know,
staying active.
Perfecting the craft.
Yeah, so I always came up with, like, concepts. I never wanted to be like a battle rapper or anything like that. So I was just like, I don't want to even be put in a category where I'm limited to my content.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was talking to them about content and just talking about just all of this, just leading up to even just talking to you. And you're always so humble. Like, to be able to do what you do from an artist perspective, as well as just lyrically, because I'd look at lyricists as different. Like, to be able to not only be a lyricist, but to also be consistent, and then to keep up with, like, even like what you're saying when Park sent you the record, you're like, oh shit, he's not playing, let me stack my shit up. Like, you automatically go to that. Like, I think when you get to a certain point of your artistry, you just get comfortable, where I feel like modern day artists now struggle with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talked about that. What was we were talking about? I think it was last week when we were talking about artists conforming, like how artists just either do anything or nothing for attention, just for the likes, just for the fame and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point do you just stick with your groove and just rock out with your groove, or know when to abandon it and go to another groove?
I guess that's just the producer. I mean, sometimes, like, you know, just listening to a bunch of old music and older artists, they stayed in their bag, but they wasn't afraid to try something new, whether, you know, worked or not. Yeah. And just being around, like, even here, being in the environment here. So if I had to work on my first album in this studio right here, I would be super inspired. Yeah. You know, you see what's going on here. So that's how it was 10 years ago or 12 years ago when I walked into headquarters. I said, damn, Preem is down the hall. Showbiz is right here. Yeah. Fucking Ninth Wonder's downstairs. He just apologized for going over his time, you know.
Well, that's we were joking in pre-production with Preem and shit. Right. Like, Preem is right. Like, Preem is
he was about to snuff Killabh, man.
We won't say why. Preem thought I took his jacket. Don't take Preem's jacket. It's a black jacket. Don't touch it. Don't touch Preem's jacket.
I've gotten yelled at.
Yeah,
so
that's all I'll say. Preem came out like fucking this guy from House Party who died. What's his name? Come on, the comedian.
His name.
You're supposed to know this. Come on.
I'm shocked that he doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. Out of all people,
I see his face. I can't even think of his name. He put me on the spot, man. Damn.
Well, we know what we're talking about. Whoop when I want it. Robert. Come on.
Robert Hall?
Huh? No. Harris. Robert. Hey, look.
Lou knows. That's his fault. Yeah.
Lou knows.
Yeah. Shout out to my manager, Lou.
Preem came out like fucking Harris and said, "Hey, who took my jacket?" So yeah, but I agree with you. So now that piques my question that I have, and then I want to kind of get into Parks, and then I want to get into some topics, and really with it, because I know Wylson would have some questions and Nas, but what was your first hip hop moment where you felt like it was real? Get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like when you're working, you going through it, you're doing everything you're doing, and you land one, and then even though you're in the work mode for a brief second, it resonates where you're like, oh shit.
Again, back to fucking headquarters. We having a session for the album he actually sent you, No Expiration, our first joint. And Parks is I think I just finished cutting vocals, and Parks just hit spacebar, and Alchemist walks in to ask Parks a question. And I'm like, he's about to hear my shit better not be whack. I'm like yelling at myself in my mind. I'm like, my girl is there at the time, my manager, the room is super huge. You've been in, so there's a few of my people in there, and I'm looking at every face. I'm like, fucking Alchemist just walked in. And he's not like, yo, stop that shit. Yo, Parks. He heard the whole record, and I'm like, yo, this shit, I knew it was dope, but to see him in Showbiz give me the nod, like, yo, this shit is crazy, Parks. What are y'all doing? And we like, yo, we just wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, like, I went home with that, like, the train ride home, it was just like, yo, what the fuck? Fucking Alchemist, like, I got this nigga records in the crib, like, so shit like that, man, like I'm still a fan. Like, I don't care how good I get or what we put out. I'm still a fan of hip hop.
Yeah,
likewise.
Like Parks on the boards.
Yo,
Parks on the board.
Killabh BH.
It's been
Paul,
a while. It's
using your fucking government now.
Yeah, use the government now. I'm a professional now, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Killabh BH Hall.
My bad.
It's been a while.
It has.
I'm proud of you. I'm
you.
excited. You're too cool, Parks. I gotta be honest with you. Y'all two are so cool. And that's why I wanted to get you guys together as a tandem as we started to plan this shit out, is because you guys' dynamic is great to me just because y'all both too cool, and like just this whole operation just makes sense. Like Preem is mad cool, y'all are mad cool, and y'all all just be producing just crazy shit, but just be cool with about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you ever get in a place like Passport where you have the one moment where you're like, holy shit, I just did some kill, like that was crazy?
It's kind of yes and no. I mean, all of them, like every day, kind of. I feel like that. Like I really be stopping and think. Cause I'm from upstate New York. Like nobody really is from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? A couple people, Tommy Hilfiger and Eric Emanuel's kind of popping with the fashion shit now.
You're from
Mount Vernon is not a.
You're not.
Nah,
you're not
that's
from,
not the same.
No, he's not from Mount Vernon. He claims Mount Vernon. Yeah, like you're not from Mount Vernon. You have to stop saying that.
Don't
you
do
have
that. Don't do that. You know I was dumb amp. I saw Heavy D in the book.
Yeah, he got mad.
It's like we in here.
We in here. I caught him.
They gotta respect me.
Yeah, I put him like this on the steps on some.
Yeah.
Like, are you? Come on, you're not.
That's legends though. That's legends.
It is a legend.
Yeah.
He's not from, like, you know what I'm saying? He's not from there.
Tighten that one. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, there you go. Now you good.
So
yeah,
you have
Heavy D is legend.
Daily moments.
Yeah, no. So yeah, every day it's like, damn, man. Like, I'm from a town of 30,000 people. Like, we're not supposed to be out here doing this type of shit. So I can't really pinpoint one, and not for nothing. I've been doing it for so long that it's kind of, I don't want to say it's regular because that sounds crazy.
No,
but
say that's the other thing. I want to normalize people's successes.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with someone, and it was top level, but long story short, it was literally me just saying, hey, this was my lawyer on the other phone, on the other line. And they said to me, oh, you're fancy. No.
Smart.
Yeah. That's what
I'm doing business, right?
I'm doing business. You should probably have one.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
so I want to normalize that. Like, talk your shit. That's the other reason. Like, even with this show, like all of us, I want us all to start to normalize speaking good about ourselves. Like, I feel like us just culture, we don't do enough of either A, talking good about ourselves, or B, talking good about other people. So yeah, like, Parks, you do mad shit.
I've done a lot, man. I've done a lot.
Can you just riddle off just a few things that you've done that people may not even know that you've ever been a part of?
I mean, some like, I guess, highlighty shit would be like, I've been on a couple Eminem projects as either recording or mixing engineer. Drake Scorpion as recording engineer, thanks to DJ Premier. You know, always give praise where it's due. The Dr. Dre Compton album again with Premier. Man, and I'm more proud of the shit that like we did with Joe, honestly.
Yeah. Like,
cause we, as much as we rag on him on the podcast, we did a lot of shit, man, with nothing, with absolutely fucking nothing. That and the shit that I'm doing with Gift is the two things that I'm like most proud of because we did it from the mud for real.
Facts.
all right, so I want to touch on that. Because y'all know this, I struggle talking about you guys a lot just because it's weird. You know what I mean? It's so weird for me.
Yeah.
But I had my fan moment, I think, when you guys did the, I can't remember what rollout it was, but seeing the difference from where the first rollouts started to where it was now, like where, even though the first rollouts were fucking hilariously funny, like the stick-ups, all of the different shit, they're funny, right? Yeah. All of them are hilarious, but the cinematography is up there. It's elevated.
Right.
Yeah.
The bit of the underlining token of what the message is upgraded. Like it's impressive.
Yeah.
And y'all are doing it internally and cohesively.
Home team, man.
I just I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I am. Like it's fire.
You know what?
I'm
I just
saying?
attribute that to. I'll give a lot of credit to Ian because he's handling everybody very well as far as making sure, let's stick with him. Like he's got talent. Like watch, and you see it. You see everybody elevating and the whole brand elevating at the same time, and that's not easy to do. Like you got to stick with shit.
Yep.
Well, that's the other thing too. Between Ian, Joe, you, and just all of the other chess pieces there, it's a cohesive machine that clearly is making some waves. Do you feel like you guys' success is now you're definitely standing out from the rest clearly, but do you think now it's making it harder for like your relationships to stay the same just because people are looking at you differently?
Our relationships internally?
Yeah, and no, I wouldn't say internally with you guys. I'm saying in general, like how the masses perceive you. Like, so let's say you guys work together often, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You guys get a smash, right? Your counterparts and or your it could even be your competition. They view you differently, even though we've worked together for years.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Right.
Do you feel like now you're feeling a different energy? Makes sense what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yes and no. Sometimes conversations be weird with like people that you've known for a long time, and they like, I don't want to say fan out because that's kind of disrespectful, but they kind of fan out.
They fan out.
And it's like, yo, fam, like, it's still me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to really, like,
Be weird
we can
about
still,
it.
like, grab a beer and a burger and watch the game and regular shit. But overall, no, not really. But there are moments sometimes where it's like, even sometimes, like, going home with family and maybe they have one of their friends there or something like that. Yo, tell them about what you do. And it's like, it's Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that. Like,
So that's what I'm saying, where I struggle with it. So Wylson over here, he
Yeah.
did his first interview under Wylson. And he was excited about it, and it was a good interview.
Salute. It's cool, man.
Would you say that that's your first moment? Because I want to know you guys' first moments of like feeling like, all right, yeah, I'm living a bit of a dream. Like, holy shit, this just happened.
I don't know. I'll go first. It's weird, you know. Like, I know you don't like me saying it, but I'm from Mount Vernon.
Oh God.
So I've been around between my older cousins. I've been around people who have some sort of celebrity, and then my homeboys out west, they hang out with nothing but NFL players. So when I'm around certain people, it's just like, all right, I know you're a regular person, and you don't want me to be like, yo, let me get your autograph and like that, because people do that. They
Like
deal with that
chilling.
all the time.
Right.
So they just want to chill. The weirdest moment, though, is that time we went out to the Def Jam joint, and homeboy came up to me and was like, yo, what up, regular Nas?
Oh yeah.
I don't know you, bro.
That's crazy.
yeah, that should be weird. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it from over there.
Right.
Other than that, nah, man, I'm chill. Like, it's cool.
Still regular Nas.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are they're regular, just not regular. I'm trying to get them to not be regular. Like that's why this is a perfect matching. You get what I'm saying? Like this is a perfect matching. Like ask some questions. I want you to pick brains. You know what I'm saying? Like
I was listening to your project before I came here.
Okay, which
What's
one?
the difference between the latest one and No Vaccine? Like, so I can ask you I hate to cut you off.
No, it's not.
Because I hate when people go like, oh, what's the difference between this project and your first?
Okay.
So it's like, I think of it like track. It's easy to get from 29 and 200 meters to 21. But it's harder to get from 21 to 20.1. Like that little bit is much harder.
That's a great question.
So from No Vaccine to this recent one.
No hard feelings to me.
Yeah.
So I would say the difference is No Vaccine came out of nowhere. We're in the middle of the pandemic. I mean, at the top of the pandemic when we started working on it. So I had to record from home and send vocals in, via email to Park. So he would send me beats and be like, yo, we can't just chill. I got the baby coming and I'm going to be home.
Yeah, Giff also had his first his daughter.
Yeah, like
at the beginning.
March 15th. Like, so March 7th, 2020 was the last thing we did. The baby shower, we was all chilling. I had a few family members like, oh shit, that's Parks from Parks. Relax. They're like, oh, you're in the podcast room. I'm like, this is the living room. I've been here for 5 years. But anyway, so the difference is No Hard Feelings 1 was already like created from a breakup and like, oh shit, I gotta put something out Valentine's Day. So in 2020, we just put out No Hard Feelings 2. So we're like, yo, we got to come up with something again. And we don't want to go away. So July 10th, we put out No Vaccine. And I'm pretty much addressing how I'm feeling at that moment. So by the time we put out this project just now, it was like, this has already been created. This is part 3 of something that started 3 years ago. So it was easier to talk about relationship shit, to jump back to the relationship shit and No Hard Feelings 3 and let the COVID shit be the COVID shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Aside from it being, harder to physically go and record during the pandemic, have you been as inspired?
Well, that's a good
Or
question.
have you lost inspiration in the pandemic? Is it harder to find it?
Mixed. It's a mixed thing. It's like I got granted time because, like I said, I have a room in my place with all my shit, so I can just go in there, grab a vinyl, I got the baby. I don't have to run out. You know, all I'm not doing is experiencing fresh air from a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Or just interacting with a bunch of people.
Right.
So I have time to just do 2 things.
Yeah.
I don't have time to deal with temptation, you know, other girls and shit, and fuck around. And there's not much room for error. So, like you guys said on your podcast, it's the perfect time for independent artists like myself to really lock in while the world is shut down. So I was like, this is easy.
Yeah.
You know what? Parks is sending me beats. All I got to do is write.
Just gotta
I don't have to make my own beats right now. I made like 4 of them, but
You still did a lot.
It's
I'm
an open
working.
book test.
right. I was like, oh, my daughter's looking at me. I got to make a Tory song. Oh shit. So I went to work with that, and Parks sent me like a breakup joint. I was like, damn, that should be for No Hard Feelings. Nope, that's going on here. Because I had a ex went crazy when she found out I had a baby and shit on Twitter. So, you know, shit was giving me inspiration. So I was just like, yo, the pen is moving. I don't have many distractions, so I got to get to work. So I would send him shit back on fire. He would mix it. And by the summertime, by the time I saw him physically, we like, yo, we putting this shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the first time I think we had seen each other. It was
Right.
like right after a release, we did a little live stream type of thing and kicked it, which was great.
Right. So we went from March 7th to July 8th without physically being in the same spot.
A lot of Zoom chills though. You know,
A lot of
weekends,
Zoom,
we hop on the
of Zoom and cognac. and baby
Sip on the
appearances.
Zoom.
And, you know,
I even feel like my energy is different sitting here. I'm really happy this is in person. Like, doesn't
Right.
it feel different?
Yeah.
Like, this is our first in-person recording in mad long.
Oh, really?
COVID.
Yeah.
We've been Zooming it.
yeah.
Yeah, we had the eye of the storm.
We
and went to
we
WeWork.
had to make sure it was safe. Like, I'm asthmatic, like a bunch of people.
Facts.
You know
Oh,
what
for
I'm
real? I
saying?
didn't know
Like,
that.
Yeah, like, I'm
not
trying to
try-
put
I'm not
nobody's
trying-
lives at
right.
risk. So it's like, to be in person, it just makes a world of a difference. Just to piggyback off your question, Wilson, do you feel like now, really for all of us, I'll pose the question to the room. Do you feel like all of you have now either attained or created a new skill set or attribute that will help you once outside opens up because you were able to survive inside?
It's a great question. Yeah, I do.
I feel like, yeah.
I think that the nice thing that I've personally enjoyed about the COVID pandemic, lockdown, all that shit, is having time to actually make plans and, like, for me, getting like business shit straight and getting business organized and with our stuff and, you know, the kind of label that we're building, like really ironing out a schedule as opposed to just freestyling. Like, oh shit, we got this weekend free. Let's knock some shit out.
Yeah.
Like, we can actually make a plan now.
Yeah.
You know, that's been the big thing for me.
Yeah.
What about you, Pat?
I feel like it got me a lot more disciplined. Like pre-pandemic, I wasn't able to do this shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very shy person. You know, I said 2 words. You know what I'm saying? The whole time I've known you. So I think sitting down
Which
that
is weird,
long,
by the way. Not to cut you off. You're such a fucking cool guy. Let's be friends, man. Like,
I'm
Jesus
telling you,
Christ.
I've been in a million Joe shows.
Yeah, like,
I never said a word.
I've literally,
I swear to God, I'm like, yo, this shit is happening. Yeah.
That's the other thing, not to cut you off. I swear, but that's the one thing that shocked me about Pass. I'm like, yo, I've seen this guy around a million fucking times, and we speak just in passing, just because you in the business, right? But you know the faces, and I know you with Park, so you good. And then when I hear the project, I'm like, huh? What the fuck?
I remember
Can we be friends? Like, fuck, it's okay. We can talk.
Like I've seen y'all so many years rocking out. Like when we did the BB King shit. Like that was the first show my mom's was in. That was a sold out show. So I was lit. We just came off of 4 previous shows
on the
with
run.
Royce. And Preem. So
It was the first show back home. That's when I dropped off a tour because I had to finish up school. You guys kept on the road. Then it was the first home tour back, and it was BB King. So,
and for me, that was my last one. I was tight. I was working for the Marriott and shit, but I had like 5 days to just get busy.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I locked in, and I was like, man, that experience was dope. But I brought that up just to say, like, when Parks was like, yo, Joe, you remember Gift, right? And Joe was like, yeah, I never heard the nigga like this.
Yeah.
That shit felt good for me. I was like, yeah, I'm going in.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready now because, I've been quiet the whole time. I've never like, yo, check this out. I never pulled you to the side, pulled Maul to the side, Roy to the side. I never gave nobody the music.
That's why I liked you, honestly.
There's strength in that, though.
There's strength in that. That's why I liked it. That's why I
never wanted
liked
to be
it.
that guy. My God just pulled up.
I liked
I
the
never wanted to be
people.
that guy.
Yeah, I feel like I've lived both of those ways. Like I've done it the bad way, thinking it was the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you when you're learning, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're learning and you're trying to network. So I've been overzealous where it's like you meet someone cool or someone that can probably help you, and you're like very much abrasive where it's like, yo, help me now. You know what I mean? And then there's a way where it's like, you know, you just build that natural chemistry, and then there's the way of just, it's just timing. It's
I
just
let it
everything.
I let it come
And the
through.
one thing I could say about you is that you've always just been cool. Like, I've never seen you out of pocket. I've never seen you even the fan moments. I can't even picture you having a fan moment like that. But I like that because it shows, and we got this from Joe. He's always said this to me. If you the whole end zone line, if you get in the end zone, act like you've been there before.
Yep.
That's a real thing. I'll never forget it. I freaked out. I tell a story all the time. It's a real story. Freaked out. Michael Jackson. We went to the Wynn. We were performing in Vegas. I had a fan moment. It was Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jackson, both in the lobby. I took a picture with Wilt, and Joe was like, "Yo, relax." Like, but I'm like, "Yo, I watch basketball." Like,
That's fucking Wilt.
Yeah, it's real.
I ain't gonna lie.
Just with a buck up.
I might have had that
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's Wilt, fam. Like, and then in the
20,000,
lobby,
B. It's 20,000. B.
in the lobby,
Come on, man.
in the lobby is there with
jersey.
Michael
His
Jackson
jersey's
with
right
these
here.
3 little dudes. You can see that them little dudes is like you walk up, but in the beginning of it, again, I thought it was a joke. Like I thought it was somebody walking around being an imposter.
Pretending, yeah.
It was him. And I was like, oh shit. He literally grabbed me. He's like, hey yo, all right, you have like relax.
gotta
Like,
chill.
and he gave me the talk of, look, we're in a hotel full of powerful people. And you have to act like you've been there before.
That's a fact.
Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
From that moment on, it changed my life. Changed my life. So, but I say that I look at people like that now because of that one moment. And that's what stuck out for you. That's what I want to say.
Well, you know what it is? In that, there's a tidbit of advice there is like when you are trying to get on in the music, entertainment, broadcast, any type of media position, going up to people looking for them to help you is never going to work.
Nope.
Right.
You should go up looking to help them.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That is the cardinal rule. And this is me being super transparent. And I told y'all didn't even know I was dealing with depression, all different types of stuff, right? And in that time, you learn a lot about who you are as far as like you're good, you're bad, like how you communicate, how you thought you were communicating and you weren't communicating, how you could communicate better, how you could even position yourself better, or even to your point, hey, maybe you're going about this wrong. You're being you have something, right? Like everyone has a gift.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone has something. Maybe you're just not showing how your gift can help these other people.
Exactly.
So and as you change and as you start to evolve, for some people that will go over your heads. I realize that everyone has their time when they get this type of shit that we talking about.
Yeah.
But for those that get that message, stay that course. It really, really is important. There's been crazy things I've done, crazy things I've said, all different types of shit. And then when you think about it, it's like it hasn't got me anywhere. And now in this space where I feel like I'm just me, like I'm in a great space. I'm just me. Like hold on to it. So yeah, I say that. You know I fuck with you.
Right.
So I
Same way.
I want to be friends. Let's be friends. Wilson, my boy, what is your moment outside of the? I felt like your moment was the fucking the live show where everyone was like, holy shit! Like
Watch this guy.
Yeah,
Be careful with this guy.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
How much pressure were you under between Joe being mad in the audience, like get him off the stage? Watch him. Watch that guy. Fuck. I got calls about him.
Oh man.
Yeah, I try to polish myself up after. after you called me the fourth mic.
Yeah.
Damn.
You cleaned up nice.
I'm
nice.
right. I'm number 3 now.
It's about recovery.
Moving up in the ranks.
Yeah, that's
Listen, slow but steady.
No doubt.
All right. Wait, what time are we at? Because I felt like this is such a great conversation. We didn't even... Oh, this is great. All right, so let's... well, first... before we segue off of you guys, what can we expect? I know that that's the cliche question. I know that all artists and engineers say, yo, it's coming this quarter. You don't have to confirm. There's mad artists that have said they're dropping 4 and 5 albums. We're still waiting. Can we expect more music?
Yes.
Can we expect large sums of body of music?
There's gonna be a lot of different music. Longer project is probably gonna be our next project as a duo, and we're doing some projects with some other people. My guy David Barrs just walked in.
David, hold on.
Yes,
sir.
Does he want to say hi?
We got a project coming with him. We're about half done with roughly. We started working on it before the holidays, and we put out 2 projects right after that, so we got derailed a little bit. But we're gonna knock that out and probably have it out by springtime, summertime. And then we got a couple more projects I guess I won't speak on because they're not solidified, but definitely something with Bars. A more full length ish project from me and Giff.
That's what I'm hoping. That's my only. And you know, I said that to you. That's my only thing. I feel like you're one of the people. Well, you guys as a group, I'm saying people should 100% put out more.
The reason why we started doing short shits is it's just it's more fun. It's more fun.
I felt
I like short projects.
And
man.
the attention span
You always said that though. What is your stance on
You get in, you get out.
Yeah,
Get out.
Especially from someone who
You end up listening to it a lot more too.
It's got more replay value
It's got
for
like
sure.
a crave factor. It makes you crave it a little bit.
Do you think so though?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Now, do you think it makes you crave? All right, so hold on, let me ask, because I get what you're saying. Do you think it makes you crave the artist more, or do you think it makes you crave the project being more? Hold on, the reason why I say that is because you ever listen to a project, and I'm sure everyone has, where you listen to a project and it feels incomplete, where you're satisfied, but you're not complete.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
we kind of want that a little bit to some degree.
Now, but what is it? Is it the negative incomplete? We're like, oh, this is missing something, or is it the I
want a little more.
Got it.
I want a little more. That's kind of what we're shooting for.
Like Seinfeld said, man, you gotta leave the room with a joke.
Right. Leave out when you're on top.
Everybody goes, that guy's funny. I like that guy. But if your joke bombs and you leave, then like, get this. Never bring that guy back.
Right.
Or like that. That's how I feel. Like with the minutes of the project. Like you can have a decent project, but you say, it was a little too long. Should have took that song off, or that didn't fit there. That could have been on the next project. But
that Bros Before Hoes, I was waiting for the beat to drop. I'm like, yo, this song is about to be dope. Then you go into the Twisted Heart. I'm like, damn, son. That's
intentional. That's intentional.
Let me be clear. The same emotion that you had, my friend, is the same emotion that I had.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna rap on it. That was one of the last things we added. I was gonna rap on it, and I was just gonna do it gave me like this vintage Dipset kind of feel. And I was just like, I'm gonna just let it be that. Right. Because I don't want to fuck this up. You know what I'm saying?
I was waiting.
I can't rap the whole shit. So I'm like,
just be an interlude. Yeah.
Give y'all a little vision real quick.
Yeah, and I feel like too with someone, when you're trying to introduce someone to an audience, giving them too much can kind of take away from it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like if someone is not invested in Gift yet, or anybody,
right,
they might not want to hear an hour.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Like, so you're saying pretty much oversaturating the new listener.
Because I'm still building a fan base. So
got it. Right. Well, shit, we all are. So I get it. So that makes sense. I get that. I didn't think about it from that perspective. Now thinking about
even dropping a Christmas album and then in February coming right back. You got enough music in between there.
Well, that's the other thing too is we're consistently dropping 3 projects plus a year. So, but if you kind of add them up, you get something like a full length.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so I get it. You guys put out music
attached to holidays.
Kinda, yeah.
Like our first 2 projects.
2 events. 2 events.
Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? We need a studio to be able to think about shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, honestly. That's dope.
Thank you.
Like our first 2 projects were like full length joints, and kind of took a break. And the Christmas idea, my manager, one day I come to Park's crib, and they in there drinking. They like, yo, you gotta do a Christmas album. I'm like, I get it. Right. And then like an hour later, they was like, yeah, so we gonna do this Christmas album. I'm like, oh, y'all for real?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, I'll start working on shit. So the shit was 8 minutes long. He was like, yo, this is fucking brilliant. This is fire. Because if people don't fuck with it, it's just 8 minutes.
It's just 8 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? So
But people fucked with it.
people fucked with it.
I fucked with it.
Yeah. So
Right.
then we came back again.
Came back again.
I thought you stopped. That's why when I saw it, that's why I hit you. I was like, I need you back. I thought you took a break. Like I know mad artists that took breaks. You know what I'm saying? Just with COVID. So I was
it's
like,
11
when I
of them
saw it,
bitches.
I was like, oh shit, wait, he's back? I'm like, oh, all right, we here.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun shit. It's like you know, we're friends, so we're gonna kick it. We're gonna pull out some vinyl. We're gonna fuck around and see what we have.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
we just got better, like musically. You know, even with his podcast, I watched him grow just like you watched him grow. You know, and just like we watched you grow. So
Right.
it's like everything's just elevating. So you might as well put it to good use, man.
That's it.
Speaking of growth, I wanted to ask you when you first started rapping, because usually like when people first start rapping, they normally imitate whoever their favorite rapper is. What is there a rapper that you imitated when you first started? Because when I first started rapping, you couldn't tell
rap?
me I wasn't Eminem.
Yes.
I stopped,
all
but-
right, hold on. Can we just say something? He really raps, and I
Nah,
get
he does.
mad. I get angry.
I didn't know you rap.
I
This is a
retired.
big secret that
With no
Listen,
network.
I'm snitching. I'm snitching.
I'm good.
To the audience, a lot of you guys don't know this at all. We've never spoken about it on the show. We went to see Royce. I'm gonna tell a story about Wylson. Wylson actually is an artist and can rap and makes really good music, and for whatever reason will not just
Retired.
take some opportunities that keep being afforded.
I'm a potter now. I'm like a low level Joe.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yo, used to.
Yeah. But that's
it-
I want to hear
is-
something.
but is
though.
there-
Art to love.
You got to put
Art to
together
love
a
on
hard
YouTube.
project.
If I touch a mic again, I'll definitely send something.
before, like I said,
I'm gonna sample you.
I'm committing. I'm committing to a few things this year between A&R and projects and a few other things, and I'm committing to you at least putting out an EP this year. For real.
It's a possibility.
Like Royce has heard your music. There's a few people that have heard your music and said, "Yo, he's dope," and every time we try to go,
Parks, hard to love on YouTube.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
Oh no, not that.
Why not?
Why not?
That music is garbage.
Nah. But see, that's the problem with artists, man.
That's the problem, artist.
Yo, that is the problem with.
He working. He's
Not that.
Yo, that's the problem with artists, man.
I like that, Joey. Man.
It's artists get studio ears. For listeners,
Not that
artists
one.
all artists get
For
it.
that one, there was too many chefs in the kitchen.
Fam, I know, I get you, but it's still a good representation. I get the business behind it. What I'm saying is, it's still a good representation of you. It's indicative of your skill set. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying.
Artists never like their old shit.
I hate my old shit.
It's the strangest thing. That's how I became me, because I went into a fucking booth wanting to make fun of Stack and Jay Mills. Like, it's just funny.
But I was really curious though. Is there a rapper that you use to?
I'm
help
trying to
teach
think
yourself how to rap
if
kinda?
there's.
That's a great question, too.
It is.
It started so early. It might not be one. It's probably like 4 or 5 different rappers. I'm trying to think.
I was definitely trying to be Preem and RZA and Havoc.
I can see you
From
being
production,
RZA. From
yeah.
a production
Yeah.
standpoint, 100% RZA.
But I had a
got
crew
it.
too. We had like 7, 8 MCs, so I was really trying to be RZA.
I think I took.
And we would have been,
I was
goddamn it.
making. I was buying like equipment first, and I wasn't like trying to. My friends were all the rappers. I was the ball player, and you know it was raining. They in the crib, and they like, "Yo, spit, GIF," and I'm like, "All right." And I had a voice. I mean, at that point, you know, to them, I had a voice. I hated my voice, but
Rappers always hate their voice.
I hate my voice.
Yeah,
I
everyone
hate
hates it.
my shit.
I don't like listening to myself.
hate
Yeah.
my
I'm trying to figure out
voice.
who was the
That's
one
why I'm not a
rapper
rapper.
that. It might have been Big L though.
Okay.
It might have been Big L.
Kids got to
because-
do their homework on that one.
Yeah.
Big L, and like I got turned on to Big L right before he passed, like not like late, and I was just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I had just met my manager. We was in Rockland County at his college with my cousin. They were roommates, so I was in high school, and one weekend I'm up there, and they was like, yo, Big L passed. And I'm like, what? Y'all just put me on that. And I'm like, what is going on? You know, RP Big L. So I'm like, this is crazy. This is like my favorite guy.
Right.
You know, my real name is Alan. They used to call me Al, like Big Al.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was close.
It was close.
In my mind, it was close.
We were the same.
I'm like, yo, what? But yeah, man, he was the guy for me. And then when I started, wasn't a big Nas fan until late. I was
Really?
like,
Yeah.
That's surprising.
my boys used to beat me to death with Nas. Yo, nah, I'm like, nah, Hov.
Yo, that's the last thing I thought you would have said.
Yeah.
No, late when like more now than ever.
Wow.
More now than ever.
Wow.
Like I love Nas.
Nas is one of the first people for me that really got me into hip hop, for sure.
I wasn't a hip hop guy. All my friends were, and they was beating me to death. Yo, listen to Nas. I'm like, nah, Wu-Tang though. I was like Ghostface though.
Yeah.
So that's my man.
Yeah, I wasn't oblivious to rap. I was just like, And then as I started listening and writing more concepts, I'm like, Nas was the guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was me. Something was going on here where I couldn't accept it yet. But once I started understanding, I was like, yo, Nas is fucking dope. All these motherfuckers is dope.
I remember another fan moment. You just reminded me when AZ showed up to our show. That was a fan moment.
Oh, I got a bunch of fan moments.
Walk past the bar and said, "Hey, yo, Kill, I see you." I said, "Did you see me?" I was like, "Oh, Jay-Z." I ain't gonna lie.
I don't got nothing like that.
That's that ass. I didn't believe him. I don't know if just because he saw us performing and he just
Right.
or if he really. But in my story, he recognized me and it mattered.
Hell yeah.
It mattered.
That's a legend. Shout out to AZ.
Yeah, that I remember that now. That was my other moment.
My only one was like, well, not only one, but one of the ones that stood out. We was in headquarters. I was waiting in the lounge at the old spot. And Prodigy walked in. And, you know, my tall ass is on the couch like this. And everybody's getting up, so I stood up. And he was like, damn. He gave me a dab. He's like, what's good? I was like, what's good, man? It's fucking Prodigy. Sat the fuck down and just let it be what it was.
Yeah. Rest in peace, legend. I think I remember that night too. That was after some show because I think Denon was
Dope.
there. There's a bunch of people there. I remember that night.
I got
that wasn't that long ago.
Funny.
You know what I mean?
Prodigy
RP.
story.
I saw Prodigy.
Yeah, I bet it was. I bet it was.
Adverse of
You were
that.
around for some sticky.
It was the adverse of that. It was a better of times, but long story short, we were out, me, Joe, and somebody else.
Yeah.
Prodigy came to the club and he literally walked up by himself and was like, "Yo, let me talk to you." And Joe, being him, stood up on some shit like we thinking it's gonna. And this was amid them beefing,
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah.
And literally he came out. He Prodigy dapped everyone. "Yo, I fuck with all of y'all. It's love."
Yeah.
Flicked it up with us. Then they flicked it up, and then it was peace. And still this day, I still have no idea what they spoke about. But literally, both of them, you could tell that whatever conversation they had,
They was
just
probably
some real
trying
shit.
to get me on the record, but I was I was too quiet.
Yeah.
I just thought of my fault.
Nah, it's all good.
I just thought of the fan moment when we went out to support the independent contractors one late night.
The independent contractors. Huh?
Jesus.
Now I'm sitting there with Killer, and it was Joe, and across the bar was 50. And
wow.
50 he was pouring drinks for everybody. And he poured 50 poured me. I don't drink. So I had to slide it off to somebody else. Like, damn, son, 50 just poured me a drink.
Yeah.
Hey, Ockens like, yo, man, take this. Like, damn, son. That's a dope moment, man. Nobody's gonna believe me.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool moment.
Yeah, support
too.
the independent contractors.
Yeah, of course. You got to. They working hard. Yeah, they work hard.
All right, I want to cut to Jeff. Jeff is via Detroit. He is our virtual hip hop breakdowner.
Jeff been quiet over there.
Yeah, Jeff's been quiet.
Peace to Jeff, man.
I want to talk about music. Obviously, we've been talking about music, but obviously, music coming out with Scary Hours 2 coming out that dropped over the weekend. Highly anticipated 3-pack by Drake. There's a lot to unpack, but we'll do it quickly. Some quotables, some jabs, some innuendos, some verbal penmanship that if you're questioning that gentleman, you probably shouldn't. On a few different records, just in the wordplay. Some of the cars he pronounced, I know that I can't pronounce them. And
Or afford them.
Yeah, or afford them either. So to be able to rhyme them together the way he did is fire. I want to get you guys' thoughts on them. I'll start. I'll let you guys go around the room first on what you guys thought about the project. Did it live up to the marketing rollout? Did it live up to the anticipation? And is it holding you over for the actual project itself? Go Parks.
Oh, I liked it. I don't think it was like exceptional, but I enjoyed it, and I do find a lot of times with Drake shit, like maybe I didn't get it at first. Like God's Plan, I probably didn't like it first.
Yeah, I didn't like.
You know
I didn't
what I'm
like,
saying?
Y'all know I hated that record.
So I feel like that. I forgot what the name of the first song is, but it might be one of those where that shit ends up being something.
Right.
But I do think it'll hold me over for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel sort of the same way. I think the rollout, I don't know if it could have been better, but
It was kind of quick.
It could always
it
be
was
better.
quick.
I think.
Yeah,
I think they could
felt
always. It was quick.
It was spontaneous, but
Video's dope though.
I like the visual. I was getting ready to say the visuals fire, and it's Drake, man. Like he's not gonna have too many misses. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Now, these 3 songs, if he ends up putting them on his full-length album, the sales for this one count towards that, right? The streams?
Yeah, I think that's how it works now. I don't know how that shit works anymore. They keep changing the rule.
They
So is that
keep
like a
changing
slick
it.
way to, like,
Last
get, like-
time it was supposed to be. It would count as long as obviously it's still in rotation or whatever, because it's still streams, right? So if I have these 3 records and these records go and all these records are radio records, once those records are serviced, they're serviced.
Right.
If I then want to then go replace them on my album, let's say call it a deluxe or a 2.0 or anything of that sort, those streams still count. But that was the hustle that was happening pre-COVID.
He said this is not a bundle or some shit like that.
Yeah, and that's why he keeps saying this isn't a bundle.
Right.
Don't couple these. I'm just giving this to y'all. And that's what I want to. There's a lot of slick talk in this shit. If you're a lyricist and if you're listening, he openly is saying this is free.
Yeah.
I'm not. There's no games with this. Y'all are clickbaiting. Y'all doing all this slick shit. This is free. I'm just doing this. But there's arrogance in that, just because for him to put that little 3-pack out, for it to be that polished and to openly say this won't be associated with nothing else, it gives you hope that there's something else coming for the album, for that to be released. Yeah.
It's leftovers, right?
Bars, you can sit in.
But come on, come sit in. Come sit in.
I don't believe that shit is true.
Come sit in.
He got a million records he's sitting on.
Come introduce yourself to the audience.
Peace to Bars. See you in a minute, man. I'm good, Gucci.
David Bars, Bronx.
David Bars is here. So we were talking about him in pre-production. I'm hoping we'll listen to some music of yours as well. We're music junkies here, so I want to hear something after recording. So tell me what your thoughts are.
About the Drake
Yeah.
joint? I mean, I briefly heard it.
Okay.
I noticed the wordplay like on a, I don't know what song, I think it might have been the second one. Where it was like off beat, but it's on beat.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I'm talking
what is it? The Make Some. What's the name of the record?
about? It might be the one with Baby on it.
Yeah.
I thought Baby was gonna come a little harder. Pause. But
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I had a hot take, and I said I was going to say this before in pre-production. I love the record. I think Baby killed. I think the Baby would have been a better
fit, probably.
on that record.
I
Just
didn't think that.
I can see that.
yeah,
I can
just,
hear that.
Just from the bounce of the record and the flow of the record, just because Drake in that like the pocket is different. I don't like. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like a rapper. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I like to hear it. I like to hear them try out new,
It sounds
like
fun.
the unorthodox, like the offbeat a little thing, a little bit.
That's the first shit I noticed. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's like off beat, but then it's on beat.
Yeah.
But that shit Drake could get away with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause if I did it or you did it, they wouldn't really understand it at first.
Yeah.
Same way with Drake. I don't really listen to his I don't really listen to when Drake drops something. I kind of skim through it, and I just see
Now, do you do that
all right,
because
he there with
because you're an artist, or do you do it just because?
I do that with everybody.
Okay.
I do that with my own shit. I do that. Can we curse?
Yeah,
All
you can curse.
I do that with everything. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of he there with it.
Yeah.
So I already see what he, you know what I mean? But it's like we still artists too at the end of the day. So
Yeah, that's a good
I
question.
don't really just listen to people all day because then I kind of you start to sound like them. So I just I listen to old music or something. You know what I mean? Something that inspires the samples part.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
gotcha.
saying?
Right.
Because everybody still use
Oh,
samples.
you a sample head?
Yeah, I love samples. If you
yeah,
play a sample, I'm sold. You know what I'm
definitely-
saying?
we're definitely hearing some of your music
Christmas
before we leave,
sample, the
sir.
girl that kept going, what's the shit at the end after I rap and then it goes off? It's like
Which
a
one?
sample.
Oh,
It's a sample at the end.
Really Christmas.
Yes.
Really Christmas comes
I was
next
sold.
after,
I heard the
after,
sample was
after
over.
that one.
I was so hurt.
Yeah, nah, you smoked
Hey,
that too.
singing on this shit, I'm on it.
Yeah,
That vibe, got a sample.
yeah, that's why I picked you for that shit. I was like,
Wilson,
yo.
what do you think?
About the Drake
Yeah.
song? Oh, I like him.
Solid.
Work with him. Yeah, man.
Back in on that.
It's 3 songs, all solid.
Yeah.
I ain't really hear nothing whack on it, so
Yeah,
you know.
Nas.
My
Now,
favorite joint is
did
the
you
first
hear
one.
it? Huh?
Favorite joint is the first one.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next? I think that's the best one.
I got to respect him for that because that beat, I feel like if I were to hear that beat on like YouTube, I probably wouldn't like mess with it.
Wouldn't
like
pick
that.
it. Yeah, you wouldn't pick it, right?
He killed it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump back to that because I have a topic, not a topic, but I want to touch back on that beat.
Okay.
I heard the first one, but Drake,
You actually heard the record?
I didn't hear all three. I heard.
See
the
what I'm saying? Yo.
I was watching Coming to America. I was watching Coming to America, which I probably should have just ended up listening to Drake.
Yeah,
but
I got my thoughts on that movie too.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Did you see Coming to America?
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I fell asleep on it.
See?
All right, hold on. All right.
Shit was
I don't
Netflix.
think it was. Let's briefly.
Hold on, real quick. Let me get this off.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, let's talk about Drake real quick. And let's
Drake
go.
and Ross. I didn't hear the Lemon Pepper freestyle, but I already know that's hitting.
Yo, I want to say something.
Drake
but
And
I
they should
don't
come out with an album
I don't want to
together.
hear it because Ross he's in Coming to America and he ain't need to be.
Well, you know why? No, you know why?
Disrespect the Ross.
You know why?
Boom,
Because that's his house.
He ain't need to be in there.
That was his house.
I don't think
you know
he
what?
had one line, bro.
No,
That was his house.
That was
fam.
his house.
You feel me? But we know it's your crib. You know what I'm saying? You
Listen,
ain't had to be in the movie.
if I have
Like,
Coming to
that's
America,
how
I'm in the
Yeah, I'm
movie.
not even front. Yo, I'm gullible.
That's your crib.
Y'all saw Ross and I enjoyed it, man.
me too. I do too.
I'm gullible. Yeah, I was like, yo.
Rotimi, Dre from Power.
Hey, I gotta watch.
yeah.
I gotta watch
Dre from
again.
Power.
Well, you know what it was? I'm more of a movie dude than hip hop. Like I love movies.
Yeah.
The thing Coming to America got too Hollywood. So they pulled in everybody because everybody enjoyed the first one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring in all these stars and all these celebrities now, but then you oversaturate it and you
Yeah.
take away from the story.
I feel like
the new era.
Yeah, I
Right.
feel like I knew it was gonna be silly. I saw most of it, but I didn't see how it ended.
I seen YouTube
So-
comments.
so-
This shit said, "Hi, the barbershop dude still alive."
Yo, so here's a few
They're 80,
things.
they're 90, they're
Hold on.
20
I want to stay on pace.
confident.
I want to stay on pace. Hold on. Let's finish Drake first.
Okay.
Pause. Let's finish. Let's finish talking about Drake's music. Is the 3-pack first.
Right.
So you loved it, Jeff. What did you think?
I thought it was great. I thought the first song was the best song, and then obviously when him and Ross get together, they do their thing.
Okay. Now, let's get into the messy shit. This is clearly messy. There's a lot of jabs here. There's a few things that I want to talk about. The first line is they say that you're giving your chain away. That's kind of like giving your fame away. But who do we think if we had to take a guess?
No idea. I have no idea.
I'm listening to y'all in pre-production. Y'all said it was about Ho.
I thought it was a
It
whole
could have been
shot.
a
I'll say it. You guys are artists. I don't want.
So you're saying it was a metaphorical chain?
I'm against that.
I don't know if it's a metaphorical chain or if it's a real chain. I don't know if it was said for me to think that it was a metaphorical chain or a real chain.
Right.
Maybe that like it's
What makes you
rapper
think it's
shit.
at Hove?
Do you think it's talking about somebody going independent?
That's what I think. I think that's exactly what it is. It's either A, an artist is going independent, or B, it's to answer your question, Wilson, the timing of the record coming out, the timing of Drake's Lucky Lefty record that came out a while ago that leaked, to Hove's Black Messiah record and his verse starting off. Scorpion Grip, way before Aubrey's double disc, 40 on my lap, crap, smell like 40 double disc, hit the big.
I ain't thinking
right?
that. That came right after.
Then from that to Drake's drop, which in my brain is, okay, Hove, I heard that smoking ass fucking record. I have some shit.
I got a drop.
To then flipping to landing here, and then that line right on the day, or maybe a day before, when Hove's announcement comes out with the title.
You know it's calculated. It has to be.
If I'm a betting man,
Right.
I add the caveat of the yay line. I think I need to meet Jesus or whatever. I can't think of it because now my brain's-
I think I need to talk to Yeezy.
Yeah, I think I need to talk to Jesus to get to Jesus. Whatever you guys will kill me on that. But you,
Wait, what song was that?
It's on the Lemon Pepper record.
I think that was in response to Kanye.
Yeah.
Because Kanye told him, don't go putting my wife's name in the record, the Kiki, do you love me? So he's saying, even if he were to confess his sins to Kanye, saying, oh, I slept with your wife or something like that, he would say he wouldn't believe us.
Got it. That's what I got from it.
That's what I think he was saying.
I thought
the bar breakdown.
Yeah, so that's what we do here.
And the whole Sunday service.
In the whole
joint,
Sunday, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot happening there.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it. I got that bar as, I don't know, because it's gonna sound crazy, but I got the bar of, I want to go talk to Ye. I want to go talk to Ye. This is me being Drake. I want to go talk to Ye so we can go talk to Hove. Because it says maybe I need to go talk to Yeezus to talk to Jesus. Hove, Jesus,
Black Messiah.
Black Messiah. I could be. I'm an overthinker to the
pretty
fullest.
deep in this
but
rabbit hole.
I've also.
I mean, I
witnessed,
like where it's going.
I'm just saying. I've witnessed a lot of beefs. I've been a part of a lot of lyricals.
I'll fight that. Nah.
A lot of beef.
All I'm saying is that's what I got from it. I know that's probably not going to be. It could be totally wrong too, but I think that's the fun part about hip hop.
Yeah,
speculate.
Some might
Yeah.
say you're reaching, but it's a conversation.
It's a conversation at best.
That would be
It's
dope
entertainment.
if it's going.
What
If
is
it was
it?
meant to be that way for us to take it this way, like you're saying, I think that's dope for hip hop.
But if it's not, then I'm dope for coming up with that. That's what I'm saying. Being honest. That's a dope
Maybe
story.
I need to put an album out sooner.
I'm just saying. Listen. We could work. I want to be friends, Pass. That's what I'm saying.
I got a lot of extra beats. He know.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. But even on top of that, my last thing is you can see if you're paying attention. And me, I dissect shit a lot. There was a lot to be taken away from or taken from his interview that he did with Elliot. You could see, you could see where the beef with him and Push, it bothered him that he didn't respond.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. I feel like
that piece. If you see it, you can see where the polished Drake, the polished artist, you can see where he was burning. Like I could just say something right now, but I can't. In this 3-pack. He's still southern.
Spicy. He's still spicy.
He's still spicy.
He's still
listen,
spicy.
You know, whatever. I'm a rapper. I'm gonna speak on it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Artist. You know when you get cut and you don't respond to that cut or whatever.
And he's a lyricist, and you're a lyricist, Pat.
Right. Like I know in high school and shit, the lunchroom table, it went down.
Yeah.
Every fucking day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know if somebody said something ill today, the next cipher they getting it.
They're getting it.
And it wasn't a beef thing, but I mean occasionally sometimes it was, but it wasn't about that. It was about the skill. And
can y'all imagine, not to cut you off, can y'all imagine, because y'all both rappers, can you imagine rapping and somebody shoot y'all away and you know that you're lyrically capable of getting busy and you got to muzzle it for whatever the reasons are? Like, do you know how that could eat you up to know that you're performing, you're putting out time and time again consistently, and you're
Depending
putting
on how
out.
you look at it, because it could be growth. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta just fall back. Sometimes, and when the time come, the appropriate time.
It's a battle in the war. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Because he's still more. Let's be real. Who feels Pusha won the battle?
If I'm being honest, I think he did. I think he did.
Majority of hip hop. Yeah.
Who's winning the war?
No.
Drake is winning the war.
Yeah,
100%.
It's a battle in the war.
Calculated.
But that's the thing.
I felt like in Push's song, he dissed everybody
Which
but
one would
Drake.
you
though.
rather win?
Wait, what'd you say?
You don't got to be a rapper.
Push's song, he dissed
That's
everybody but Drake. He dissed everybody
Everybody got their
around
own
Drake. He
opinion
didn't
on
really
it.
hit Drake.
But that still hits Drake.
That's still a chess move.
That hit
I'ma hit
hits Drake.
everybody
Think
around
about
you.
it. It's like
I'm just saying I like Drake's first song a little better.
listen. It's
Which
like
one was the first? Duppy?
Duppy
Duppy freestyle.
Yeah, that was
Duppy
hard, 'cause I
freestyle.
did
that
Duppy
game
was
over.
hard, but look, this is my thing, right? This is like we're all standing out in the park playing basketball, and let's say I'm supposed to get killed, right? But rather than kill me, God forbid, you guys all, like
all
the
get
dust,
dropped.
right? You know how that would affect me walking throughout the day.
right.
Like sometimes it's not about you directly to hurt you; it's about your people.
Well, he
so
had
that's
the
how I
record.
interpreted the push.
Right.
Drake had
Push
the
was
record,
like,
though.
I'm not going to even address you. I'm gonna just talk about how uncohesive your circle is.
I felt like that was me personally as an artist. I feel like that was bait.
Oh,
Like I'm gonna get your man, bam, bam, bam. You gonna respond? then I'm gonna get you. But it wasn't a response.
I'm gonna bring you out.
It wasn't really a response.
That's
like
what I
with
got
Meek,
from it.
everybody knew with Meek it was wait 2 days, nigga, where y'all at? Like you seen what happened.
It
with
was
that.
intentional.
Right? Yeah. So this one was like, I was like, oh, and then people were like, oh, he's talking about his family, his personal. It's a fucking battle.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
We're from the era of anybody can get it.
They go down.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I said.
He had the record though. The record was
dope.
made. Jay,
I believe that. But
and
we
Jay
see
told
that.
him that like, yo, chill, don't put that out.
they told him not to.
Yeah, I mean, what are you
I
gonna
wonder.
say?
I
Like,
wonder what conversation Drake had to have with 40 for that pillow talk. And
that's probably gonna be an uncomfortable conversation. But
I
I'm
wanna know
sure.
how that one went.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the thing with their back and forth is that I felt like for the first time that would have been like an authentic lyrical battle. Like I didn't care about sales. I don't think anyone really cared about sales.
Right.
We wanted the engagement.
Yeah, like he's out of this park already with the sales.
And so that was the thing. But I say that to say, just circling back to Drake's project now, is that you can hear that he's baiting people. He's
spinning the block. He's spinning the block.
Yeah, he's very much saying, "Hey, look, this year, try me.
Yeah,
try me.
spinning the block.
I dare you.
He ready.
I
He
dare you.
walking.
Like I
He might
took-
be walking up.
Yeah.
He might be walking
as
up.
opposed to doing the drive-by, like he's pulling up
He walking
and
up.
rolling down the window
Omar.
and letting you know I'm shooting
he Omar
and
right now with the shot.
and I'm coming.
He waited his turn. He didn't talk shit. At
And
one
that's
point,
what I think.
now he
And I
talking
also
shit,
think
so.
just on the top or the greater level, he's smart just because he waited for COVID to start to open up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
the
for the
records,
show
the
shit.
shows, him being able to go shoot. Like he was waiting for things to be a little bit more safe. Jeff, if you have any final thoughts on just the project itself, do you think any of the of what we're talking about makes sense? And do you think that they'll at some point this year we'll get a direct response for any of these parties that we're talking about?
No, probably not. that would just benefit the music fan.
Yeah, right. God forbid we get what we want.
Right.
All right. Movies.
Coming to America.
Coming to America. This was actually Wylson's idea. I forgot that Coming to America was out, and I mean that respectfully, just because I'm Eddie to death.
Right.
I'll be honest with you guys. I watched the majority of it. I thought it was funny. I did fall asleep though. That's why I was like,
fell
oh
asleep.
shit. But I know
Not
that
because it wasn't good. I was just tired.
yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I was about to say I don't sleep. Yeah, I don't sleep much, so I was tired. But I thought it was funny, yo. I thought I agreed with you though. With the oversaturation of comedians, and but I'm
But they had every salt and pepper. Aretha
that's-
Franklin.
yeah, but that's-
I laughed at Aretha.
I laughed at that shit.
I was like, baby, you
Yo,
know
but
what she's saying? I had to bring it back.
Did you
It
hear the
had
song
good
that Natalie was singing? Like when this guy, I don't want to ruin the movie, but when this,
moments.
that's funny, man.
I'm gonna watch it again.
I think
Now it wasn't terrible,
But it
but
ain't a
overall,
classic.
yeah.
I think they knew that going in though.
Yeah, I
It
think they
wasn't-
knew it. I think
it looked
you know
like
what they did.
a bunch
It's gonna
of
be
fun.
hard
It
to
looked
meet
like
that
a big
expectation, though.
expensive hangout.
Yeah, but
It
you
was
know what they
already,
did.
like,
I'm sorry if
Expensive
that was
hangout.
bad.
What happened?
It was an expensive hangout. Yo, link up.
It was, yo,
It really was.
hold on,
Yeah,
man.
we gonna
Wesley
link up at Ross.
Snipes
Had a
doing the
kids
pimp
having a
walk
cookout.
Yeah.
as General
They might
Ozzy.
have yeah.
Wesley killed it.
Wesley killed it.
It was. I think he killed it from an acting
thought
perspective,
Wesley
and it was
would
good
be
to see
there.
him back on screen at such a high level.
That's a fact.
For real,
I ain't
for real.
want to
That's
see Nino Brown like that, man.
you know he was gonna have a crazy
I'd rather
cut.
have Nino Brown.
His cut was
Fucking-
crazy.
He's got Blade on there.
You know who
Nigga Blade African.
who looked good? I think they all looked good for them to be that older, much older.
Right.
But you know what? I one of my favorite things about the entire thing, which again, this is how I know I'm in such a creative bag, is the cinematography, specifically the re-imaging when they filled in the
CGI.
pieces
Yeah.
of
The CGI.
my name is Keisha, and then you see what happens when that night plays out, and they bodied that, like
moments.
they bodied that.
I was
You
like, yo, this shit
can't-
clear as fuck, and I was like, holy shit.
But is it a classic?
I don't know.
it ain't no
I'm not
classic.
saying it's a classic.
It had its
Nah,
moments.
nah, it
It
had
had
its
That's what
moments.
willed you in.
It had its
Yeah.
moments on top of it, but
The
even
name
outside
itself.
of
I
that,
thought it had a pretty
You
good
win with the old
storyline though, man.
characters.
yeah. Wait, what
I
happened?
thought the storyline was alright.
I can't.
I
wait
didn't
to
know
see the-
mad
exactly
at
where
it.
it was gonna go.
I'm not
Yeah.
mad at I didn't see it in full, so I can't
Yeah.
speak too much, but I'm not mad at where it was going.
Prince Akeem had to put in work for the poem. He had to get a job. He had to scrub floors.
Yeah.
This nigga went, got a haircut, and met the love of his life.
He got the twist.
That was my thing. I love the
Timmy
spin.
got a milkshake thrown at his neck.
Yo, I love
for
all
this
of
nigga
that.
to get the boom.
I love saying. I love.
He ain't go through nothing. He ain't work for it. They just like she cut his ponytail.
Different
Where did he get that
times,
ponytail?
man.
Like you said, it wasn't even
She
that long.
made it.
Listen, let me be clear. That ponytail was
Put
wild.
the extensions on, son.
Yeah, that ponytail was wild.
Then she cut it, and they fell in love.
And like I think it was
Too
lazy
obvious.
writing too, because like
Come
they
on,
depended
bro.
so much on the actors. Like Next Dorian.
Yeah.
Next
I wonder,
Dorian,
That's
I wonder if
He
anybody's
gotta
gonna
work for
mention
it.
mention the date rape though that went on in it
So that was the one thing.
today. Yeah, that was definitely date rape.
No one, I'm not gonna lie. If we gonna like, I know we're joking.
It's like a magical
but
goat came
yo,
and broke
that
him or
was
something?
that's date rape.
Wait, what part we talking about?
When she blew the smoke.
When she blew the smoke,
she got him high.
She got him high.
Yo,
And she
that
broke-
But
part
see, they not
took
gonna
me
look at
out.
it like that.
Nah,
'cause it's
they
a
won't look at it
woman
like that.
doing
Spoiler
it to a
alert,
man.
but you,
Yeah.
that part took me out.
I
She
ain't
had
pee,
the
I
fuck,
thought he was smacked.
She had the candle and she was just like,
Fam, when she was like this, I said, all right, they're out of control. I
I
said,
was
they're
just like,
out
yo,
of
what's
control.
happening? I looked at the baby. I was like, don't fucking look. She's throwing pumpkin candles in pussy at this nigga. I was like, yo,
That was wild.
this is crazy. But Eddie's the man though. Even though
Eddie's
he
gold,
didn't give us
man.
the Eddie that we're used to.
And this is respectful. Y'all know I love Eddie Murphy. He's one of my favorite comedians of all
Yeah,
time.
he's the man. It was good seeing.
I'll say it was his performance was a little underwhelming, but I do factor in the fact that this is also when he's fresh back. Like making himself public again too,
Right.
like getting back into that bag. Like remember when we first found out that coming to America was even a thing.
Right.
This is when he started saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about coming back. Hey, I'm working, and I'm working on some things." And then he finally, the announcement comes out, "Yo, they're officially doing it and is being shot at Ross's house." So I didn't
Tyler
really,
Perry Studios.
yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
Atlanta,
expect for him to be the Eddie
Right.
of when we got it from the original Coming to America, and plus that's a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
But
It's a
number
fucking
two,
classic.
I think as the year progresses, I feel like as Eddie gets more comfortable back into his bag, I'm sure we'll see that Eddie style of comedy in future
Wait,
films.
I thought he was pretty good in Dolomite.
He was great in Dolomite, but
Yeah.
I'm saying think about
that's-
he really was good in Dolomite. That's the funny.
He was on point.
You had to really think about that.
Yeah, I did because I'm a visual person, so I was replaying things. He really was.
Shout out to
Yeah.
his daughter too that was in the movie.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah,
That was his real
That was
daughter.
his real daughter
Who's his
too.
daughter?
Bella
Bella
Murphy.
something. I don't
She the
remember her
one,
last
the
name.
middle daughter with the
Yeah.
glasses.
Yeah.
Oh,
That-
now she
that-
killed that. With
yeah,
her faces, she was just like one of
That's
the
his
little
daughter.
sisters dancing.
Yeah.
That's one of 11.
That shit.
Wow.
That's dope.
Yo,
Yeah.
he might just not be funny in 2021, man. He might just be
No,
done.
Eddie will forever be funny. Eddie will.
Certain characters.
I know what he's
Coming
saying,
to
though.
America.
I know what he's saying too.
might not
I know
be
what
the
he's saying.
vibe.
I
He
know
might
what
could
he's
do
saying.
Another Norbit.
There's a certain
Not your
style.
He's not doing this.
Professor, you know what I'm saying?
Norbit
But
is
that
straight
shit is from back
water
in
on
the
the
day.
floor.
new
Like I
kids
can't
never
drink
even saw
shit
Nutty
watching
Professor.
Norbit.
Yeah.
You ask a 13-year-old Nutty Professor, he never seen it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I learned.
Yeah,
No.
same
I
shit,
learned that
okay.
this weekend.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
over the
Now, these
past
young-
weekend.
some of these
That's
young
our
cats are
shit.
disrespectful,
If you was
man.
in-
Son.
If you grew up in the 90s, you know Eddie Murphy. They don't care about Eddie
Yo,
I know,
Murphy.
you know,
see, I know what
They
he's
playing
saying because
Roblox and all this other shit.
Yeah.
yo,
yeah.
Eddie,
Don't care about
Eddie,
that Eddie Murphy shit.
he didn't lose all his steps like Martin Lawrence. But it kind of does look like he lost like a one. Like he kind of
He's
says
just
like
out of
things like a
touch.
little
He
slow,
looked out
kind
of touch.
I
You
don't
got
know.
to touch.
But because he's making a good point, and I get it.
did
I
the
get what
Dr.
you're saying.
Dolittle shit a
Think
lot.
about
wasn't funny.
Eddie's style of comedy, and we talked about it. Like think about.
Yeah, he
just
apolo-
think
he
about-
apologized for Delirious.
Just Eddie Murphy Delirious is
Yeah, the
that's the
leather red
first
suit.
comedy special I've watched. I watched it with my
How
parents.
old was he
Right?
in Raw?
27 he was.
And
Exactly.
Raw, he was 23.
23.
Because he was 20. He was 21 in Delirious.
Bro, what year that came out?
87.
I wasn't even born. That's how old this man is.
That's how-
He can't be funny
Yo, he's
forever.
70 up just for
He might be
that
funny
punchline.
Yo, I feel so old right now.
This is little bro. We gonna
This 100.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, I was two.
I want to end the show. I want to end the show now.
Bro, I'm
We
only-
gonna talk.
I'm only 30.
How old are you?
I just hit 30.
Get your man.
I'm a 90s, but I just hit 30.
Oh, you're a 90s baby,
I asked
that's
my
why.
nephew, who's 11, have you ever seen,
Of course
what
not.
fucking movie you was there? What movie I asked him? I asked him if he knew who Floyd Mayweather was. And the nigga said no.
All right.
that's
Hey,
great.
listen, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Grassroots. Yeah, I got it.
You say he's how old? 11.
He's 11. He just turned 11.
Floyd stopped boxing.
Fam,
But that's
exploit-
crazy to me.
fam,
So
fam.
certain shit we
It's
grew
still a
up
little
on, I'm
crazy.
like, you never seen?
Yeah, because we
It's
don't
certain-
remember
listen,
Tyson.
Like I said,
crazy,
I posted this on my Instagram, and I mean this. It's certain
It's
people.
over.
It's certain people in a certain mode you shouldn't play with, right? Like Jordan, Jeter,
Right.
Drake, Joe, Royce, Hove, Eddie,
Dave.
and Dave.
Dave is
I
timeless,
feel
yeah.
like, and the reason why I have that specific list, and I gotta throw 3 stacks in there, Andre 3000, just because you just never know. I'll never disrespect
he's a
him.
goat.
But I say that to say I feel like that list of people, it's a list of people that if pushed, they thrive on that shit. Like the underdog, the
You're sleeping on me.
yeah. If you're
Yeah.
sleeping on me, I'm gonna prove myself.
That's the era I'm from.
That's where I'm from. That's,
Not-
we've touched stages. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know exactly what
That's
I'm
the era
saying.
I'm
Where
from, yeah.
we're from that cloth of wait. You're saying I can't do what and accomplish what?
Facts.
Oh, okay.
He might need that.
Yeah.
He might need it.
Hold on, let me ask y'all something, y'all rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Andre 3000. Clearly, he's nice.
Yeah.
But do you feel like his work output doesn't kind of warrant the way how he gets put up on that pedestal a little bit?
Meaning he don't put out enough.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't put out as much as even like a Black Thought.
But me,
But ain't nobody talking about Black Thought. They talking about Andre.
and that's the thing. Like sometimes when you out here, I think if Black Thought stop and people they'll go back or they'll just cherish what he left us with, or if he just took a break, people put him up there where he belongs. I think it's fucked up that he's not there while he's actually, giving us a lot of content.
Yeah.
But I feel like because 3 stacks kind of like very casual every once in a while or less
He
than
let you
once
know.
in a while.
He let you know he's still
Little
smoking.
jab here and there.
Yeah. Like I still got it.
Speed bag your ass.
Yeah. That's how I look at it.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Everyone else in the
Because
gym.
he did a verse for somebody and
comes
he
in-
took it off.
All right, here I'm out.
Oh, what song
But
was
it's
that?
because like he's so well rested.
He's so
He's so well rested.
But niggas like,
But that's my
Been
other
in the
thing.
movie thing. So
He's in the
That's
movie
true.
bag. He's in the movie
You know
bag.
what?
That's true.
A lot of people sleep on
He's a
Black
brilliant
Thought too
mind,
because he's on Jimmy Fallon.
yeah.
But you
So
know
pe-
what?
people
But no,
try to brush up-
they got him fucked up.
He went-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
I think.
On flex.
Listen, this one, and the only reason I don't mention
Black?
Black
Yeah.
Thought
Black
is just
Thought?
because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
one. I put him up there with the upper echelon
Right.
of lyricists. Like he's one of the people you have to sit down and legitimately think 3 different rhyme schemes.
All right.
To
We
make,
might not deserve him.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying.
Just like 3 stacks.
The way if you guys have never
might not deserve that
yeah,
shit
and
right
if you don't know who Black Thought is to the audience, just go look up the most recent thing would be his freestyle on Front Flex.
But a lot
Like,
of cats
where-
don't know.
where-
man.
huh?
A lot. I was gonna say a lot. I was back to what Bars was saying. Like a lot of cats don't know. I was talking to some 17-year-old at my local Starbucks, and he was saying the other cashier was like, "Yo, he doesn't know about Big Pun." He said, "Yo, Big Pun is like he's old, he's washed." I was like, first of all, yeah, but if you from New York and you listen to hip hop and you don't have Big Pun up there, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't care how old you are, bro. If you say
And that
like,
was one of them too. Sorry to cut you off.
yeah. Yo, come on, man, don't sleep on Pun.
Inspirations, right?
That's what I'm saying. So many lists that I can think
you
of from
can't-
an inspiration
You
perspective.
can't be mad at them for what they don't know. They
That's
don't
true.
I'm
know.
not
You know what I mean?
mad.
So they
I
be
would
like,
say I'm
Big Pun,
disappointed.
who's that?
Yeah.
You looking at them like,
What the
nah,
fuck?
this can't be real.
But
This
sometimes
can't be life.
Sometimes I don't blame
It
it on
wasn't
age
that
though,
long ago.
because my
Yeah.
sister, and not because I'm into music, but my sister, she's born in '92 and she knows shit before, people in her era would listen to.
Yeah.
Nah, she's your sister. That don't count.
It don't.
She's musically inclined.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's true.
She know what's
She
up.
did rap
Yeah,
at
she-
our album release party.
She
Got
know
on
what's
stage.
up.
She's crazy.
Listen, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap up now. First, Parks is not here, obviously, but thank you, Parks. I know he's probably mixing or doing some Parks shit that he normally does.
Right.
So thank you, Parks. Thank you, Preem, Joe, everyone for opening your home to this office. I wanted to trash it and hate on it, but you guys are family, so I won't. Bars and Gift, especially obviously because we're gonna talk Bars, but Gift, thank you for coming on. This
My
has
pleasure,
been
man.
long overdue.
Long overdue.
This has
My
been
pleasure.
long
Anytime,
overdue.
actually, man.
So thank you for making time. I know you're busy
sure.
working.
For sure.
Bars, thank thank you for coming on. I want to have you. I want to have you back on just because I find you to be extremely funny.
I would have been a comedian, but I had shit to do that day.
You see what I'm saying? I like bars. Yo, bars is funny. So bars will definitely be back. To the fans audience, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification button, be notified for our latest to the greatest episodes, as well as make sure you get in tune, get down, and get subscribed to our Discord where we cover everything from gaming, hip hop, culture, and everything in between. Follow these gentlemen on social media. They'll obviously be tagged in the episode. That said, I'm Brandon Killabh Hall.
I'm the regular Nas.
I'm Wylson.
And our guest,
David Boss.
Passport gift.
and we are out. How do we do this one? Because Chris is here.
I know, Chris,
We're
just hit the stop
hit
button,
the
bro.
stop button.
Hit space.
Pause it.
I think we
We
just
out.
get up and leave.
Grassroots.